Yes. Now, as you get the actual bond issues that have been passed, I like to know of the 60% of residents in that school district, what was the actual taxing authority if you didn't include the poor and you didn't include the rich? And have you been passing bond issues to build for your dog contractor family? Oops. Now, these stocks that are so important to so many individuals, and I know we like that 3-for-1 stock split, but just go through the actual stock ownership of every oath badge attorney, mandatory reporter, school superintendent, and school principal, and every employee in every school district, and how many of them understand the stock split, where you get 3 shares for every one that you did own at the time that the split happened. Now, you thought your personal wealth was more important than my rights as a father. But you're wrong. My rights are more important than your personal wealth. And I've explained in about 1,800,000 emails that when you issue dissolutions of marriage where I'm not a participant in the settlement conference setting hearing, and then you decide that I'm going to pay this child support and you're going to have me jailed or imprisoned for back child support, and then you give custody of my sons to a wife that said, oh, he's crazy, and you don't give me notice of court hearings, and I've proven fraud, forgeries, and perjury, as well as kidnapping and child abduction, I'm absolutely sure that your wealth is not more important than my rights. No, now, the statute of limitations, a law that bars claims after a specified period. What happens when you didn't give me a copy of the dissolution of marriage? Was it fraudulently issued so there is no statute of limitations? Brent Basden, Judge Rohr, Washington State, United States of America. And what happens to the statute of limitations when I've proven the fraudulent use of state court orders to keep me from my sons that you thought you had the legal right to do what you were doing? I've told you numerous times for every time I've proven fraud, there is no statute of limitations. So if you think that your personal wealth will not be taken by myself, oh, look at the statute of frauds and perjuries. It's a statute, statute of frauds. Now, the best known until recent more important acts. Now, this is a law of property act. Oh, let's say you fraudulently issued bond issues that the 60% of the population in the school district could not afford, thinking that the wealthy would make up the difference. Are their kids? Why don't you get me all the private schools and the tuitions and the signature of every parent that's put their child in a private school that did get their properties taxed at a bond rate that the population obviously couldn't afford without their having to pay that property tax. A lot of wealthy parents they don't feel a compulsion to have to participate in the public school system. Just get me the tuition of every private school.